So good morning all. Actually, we are like we ran a bit over time, so still we will try to cover all the parts, all the important parts, because the most important part here would be your resume, the first and foremost. Because even before you meet the interviewer, how will they judge you? The only thing which goes towards them is your resume. If they don't find your resume strong enough, then they can like just directly reject you in the first round. Okay, so if in case, even if you have really good knowledge, but how will you tell them? So the first and foremost thing is resume. That will continue. Actually, I had entered my bit of journey here, but that we will cover at last if we have some spare time. So we'll go by resume breakdown. Then we have HR interview tips. Why I have included this, because HR interview is was my most favorite part, because technical we can do. Okay, technical is easy and you can do it. It's fine. But HR, if they see your personality, your character, they will assess you and your thinking, your ability. So that's what is most important, because see, जो technical skills है, they can teach you, right? But they can't teach you the ethics, right? Integrity, that they can't teach you, that you should have. So वो test करने के लिए they have this HR rounds. Then as I am from electrical, but I knew that CSE people would also be attending. So one of my good friend, he's in CSE, and currently also he's selected in Google summer code camp. So that's really nice. So I discussed with him and I have added some opportunities for CSE, and then we have roles and opportunities. So it's for both, like CSE we will also have some internships, and also we will have for electrical also. So directly from industry. So this is my basic introduction. I joined here in 2018 and I passed out just last year. So and I had two offers. One was in Tata Power and second was Hitachi Energy, which was ABB Power Grids. So these were the two offers I got in the final year placement. So currently I am working with Hitachi Energy. I chose it as a protection design engineer. So now here, let's skip this part and we'll go. These are some glimpses. It's just to motivate you guys. If you see, this is me here. So this was our induction. So we have five days of induction. So it's called how you transition from academics to industry. So that's what they will teach you, not technical, but from your communication skills, your how do you mingle with your colleagues, and how do you interact with your managers, everything. So it's the glimpse. This is the company. That time it was still ABB. So here you can see that's the picture. Then this is just this was our stay for the I think 30 days. So that's some of the perks of working with some good organizations with added opportunities which you get. So this is our office. Here you can see this is the common area, and this is the facts lab. So who can say what's facts? Electrical. Anyone? Facts? No. Flexible AC transmission devices. So I think maybe in final semester you may learn about it. So that's it's just for stabilization of grid because of renewable power. We all want green grid, but it's really hard to maintain the grid with renewable power because the power would be power quality would be very low. Now we'll go towards resume breakdown. So let's see. Okay, so here the first and foremost thing is you should add a picture. Although I could have added a good picture, but so we can add a picture, because generally what I have seen is in resumes people don't add pictures. They only have text. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, because just now you can see around you, your all colleagues and classmates will pass out with you. So if I am the recruiter, how can I just filter out people? How can I remove? So how you stand out, that is what matters the most. So okay. Second thing, my second and third year was like during the lockdown period. So for that reason, I couldn't do offline internship. But we were told that we can also, do online courses. So I chose this Oxford Home Study Center. It's an online platform where you can study on any sort of course, from like management to any field, technical also and non-tech also. So I chose to pursue management in it, because see, today you will be recruited as a technical role, as an engineer or something. But if you wanna grow in the corporate, right? So someday you need to learn a bit about management. Even if you are in technical role, if you become a team lead, you should know people management. So that's why it's a bit important. So I thought let's take this. This is career objective. So this can be general, anything, whatever whatever you think. What's my career objective? How I wanna be, better. So for that, here I have mentioned that part. Skills. So first and foremost thing, as a fresher, generally we don't have skills. You will have curiosity, interest, but skills, it's a bit difficult, except if you have learned on your own something like some sort of softwares, or for CSE you have many opportunities, but for EE you have a bit less. So for that I also did not had any skills. So what I did was, just generally I mentioned two basic things. See, you can mention anything in resume. The thing is, it should not be a lie. अगर आप उसको justify कर सकते हो when the interview asks or when the time comes, then you can add it. But if you at that time, if you like go blank, then better not to mention anything, because as I said, they will assess your character. So that's the main thing. Second, it's about a bit about internship, like what you would have learned, because what they see is आपने जो भी enrollment कोई भी course में या कोई भी internship में किया, like there are many prestigious company which offers paid internships, like ABB also offers you. But the thing is how you summarize it, what you learned, that's the most important thing. This is the I think we were told by faculties, the most important part of resume is your project for any of the engineering discipline. Why? Because see, project shows the practical implementation of your theoretical knowledge. So आपने जो भी पढ़ा, like at our time it was GTU we had. So we used to study, but it had like really, and still today we have like really old and vintage sort of technology which we study, and it's necessary to know the fundamentals. But how do you implement, either in final year or whenever you like I was as a hobby pursuing it. So I was making projects at home also, and just for fun. But for you can continue in final year, but choose a project which shows that this is the like particular thing or domain you are interested in, and second thing, that how you have implied it. And one more important thing, what I saw during that time, people take projects directly from YouTube. So that won't work out, because like many people create the same things over and over. So many times interviewer would be aware of it. Many times our faculties are also aware of it. So that's why better try to think something about your own. If you don't, then what you can take two different projects and just merge them, because it's not always about creation. Sometimes just innovation or efficiency is also better. So you can do that also. So my project was about fire safety device. So that was my yeah. So that was my project here. The second half of the resume comes here as the education. So whatever your college, school, and your passing date, SPI, CGPA, whatever it is, you can mention it here. Second thing is this professional certificates. It's like to earn this, you have to participate in hackathons. Hackathons, we have events, competitions. The more you gather these things, the more you have to showcase. ठीक है, जितना आप it's just like marketing yourself, right? So you don't have skills, so you have to show them what you have done till date. Okay, what you have done in 3 years. That's what you can show here. So some of here is like a Smart Gujarat hackathon. Then we had energy conservation workshop. Then fire safety rescue workshop. It is not necessary you need to be technical, because some essential skills like fire safety and rescue, it may come to your help. So it's worth mentioning. Second thing, the last thing here is awards and achievements. This thing generally you can mention all your events, your hackathons, anything. But what I mentioned was that 2 researches which I published. Why I did? So the motive was I just one day randomly searching about it, and I came across that there is something like this. We have journals, research journals, and we can publish our articles in that. So I thought, why not? Let's try. If our article gets accepted, let's try it. So I tried to publish in it. So first was on the dynamic charging methods for electric vehicles. It was back in I think 2019 or something like that. That time I thought to publish on that, and it was in IRJET, that's the International Research Journal of Engineering and Technology. So it got published in that. So that was one of the research. So what I want to say is, agar you want to stand out from the crowd, so do something which crowd is not doing. So you can find such opportunities by 2 ways. Either you can just go around the internet and just randomly one day it will pop up by chance, and you may know. Second is by staying in close touch with your faculty, because this second opportunity was given by Priti ma'am, because it was held in our college only. It was a paper presentation. So one was the article publication, this was the presentation. So she asked us, like one more person was with me, she asked us to present something on that topic, and we did. So that's why I could mention the 2 things, or it would be just one. So these things are what makes stands out your resume from the crowd. So you can try on this. And
that he has presented, and it was an international conference, and he is the only student participant, and rest of the others are faculty participant with him. So this is the big thing which means different from others he has done. That because only student, like I was even surprised that our students have that caliber that you can able to write something on a research paper, because it's again a task of faculties, right? We are generally forced, or we for our resume purpose, for upgrading our resume, that we are forced that we have to write a papers and we have to do a research work on the particular topics. And he just came to know about the thing, and yes, he is definitely what he said, that he is very different from he want to think out of the box always. He's always ready to learn something. So he asked me that, ma'am, what is this? And I've just explained him, and then he has participated. I was just like, how he can participate being a student, how can he? But yes, he has presented it, and it was an international presentation. So he has done a very sorry sir, he has presented it very well, though it was an online, because at that time I think so Corona was there.
Yeah, lockdown.
Corona period was there, so it was an online conference, and he has participated in that online international presentation. That is really.
Thank you. Actually, it's all because of you. So that's how you can do. So you can also, either you can try to follow this thing, or you can find your own thing. You can also try to publish something, and it's not difficult. You just need to research something, and as I said, it's not always about inventing something new. Even if you just increase the efficiency of something, that's nice. Second, here 2 things are hobbies and strengths. Now these are not most important, but the thing is, if you are taking, generally what we do is we don't have this hobbies or strengths in mind, so we will just Google it out and paste it. But the thing is, if you are writing something here, definitely this is the section where HR focuses while asking you questions, because he doesn't know you. How will he know? He will study these 2 parts, hobbies and strengths. if you mention any hobbies here, then he may ask something in detail in that hobby. Suppose I once I saw interviews for interview preparation, you can do on YouTube, you can search interview enactments. So they will show you how they give the interviews, what are the sort of questions they ask. So in that, one of the questions they asked was, the participant mentioned hobbies as chess. So what HR did was, he asked him to play mental chess there. So mental chess is without the board. He will just mention that this piece is on this like b4. Now what can be the next move? And you have to answer that how to play the next move. So whatever you mention here, you should be at least aware about it. So that's the thing. The strengths, that they are basic, like great communication, enthusiastic, curious, something like that. And then you can justify it later. This was the research certificate which I got from IRJ. Then we are job roles and opportunities. So here it's about it's for you people, and then we will have CSE also. The first one is for Tata Power, where I got selected. Two offers I got. The Tata, we had operation and maintenance role. So one of my friends joined in Tata Power, I joined in Hitachi Energy. So here you have in total, beside operation and maintenance, you have this 3 and 2. That's like 5 opportunities as a subset. So first is renewables, you know, right? Renewables. So if you are in renewables, most probably you would be with dealing with solar panels and windmills and that all sort of things, hydro plants. Second is T&D. So I opted T&D. They gave us option what you wanna select from this. You would be O&M, like operations and maintenance engineer, but inside what category? So I selected T&D. T&D is transmission and distribution. So I got selected in T&D Ajmer. So Ajmer, we had a substation of Tata Power. So there I got selected. The third is generation. So here in T&D you operate and maintain substations, right? But in generation, you are working at generating plants. So I think their biggest plant of 800 megawatt they have in Mundra. So there they have the generation part. So there see, operation and maintenance is like heart of any plant, because you have to run it, right, and day and night. So that was the generation. This was a pretty new sector. It was new business services. So new business services is EV, electric vehicles, then solar rooftop, like retail customers. You will go to someone's house and offer them the Tata's portfolio, that if you wanna have solar rooftop at your house. So that was new business services. We did not had option to select these two. Only these 3 were available because new business services was quite new. So what they want was experienced people, so that they can create the new sector and handle it. Once the sector is stabilized, then they will recruit freshers so they can work. This is the last. Why it is highlighted? Because it's a bit difficult to reach. So that's corporate functions. That's the last one. So during our induction, they told us about it. To reach here, it takes some approx 15 to 20 years of service. After that, you can reach. And also your contribution to the organization should be like extraordinary. Then you can reach the last one. And also it's the best one in terms of opportunities and compensation and everything. But it takes like really hard work. The second is Hitachi Energy, formerly ABB. Here I am working as a design engineer. So here, except design, what we had? Installation and commissioning. You know, right? Actually in 6M we have this installation and commissioning subject. So in that you will know what this means. Like if you have a transformer, what you will do? You have to install it first on the site. Then you will commission it. While commissioning, you will energize it. So while energizing, you will take all sorts of reading, everything. And also in commissioning, if you are commissioning a substation, then you would have given protection, right? We have protection of all the equipments. That protection you need to check. You have to do all the calculations because every substation has different characteristics, electrical characteristics. So that's why configuration also comes under this. So that's installation and commissioning. That in that role as a fresher, if you get chance, that will give you practical exposure. And in early years, if you get into this thing, then your practical knowledge will be really good. The only drawback here is you have to be flexible because you have customer deadlines. Okay, so it's not like even if you have a holiday on Saturday, sometimes you may need to go to site. That's site culture. Okay, here let's go. Site culture. This is design. Design is like office sort of thing. You go and morning, come back by evening. You have holidays, everything. But design is more of like you are just sitting in front of screen. Okay, and there's no practical thing here. Installation and commissioning, you have practical testing, FAT and SET. That's factory acceptance, and second is site acceptance test. So FAT and SET also is practical thing, and it's all done after this INC stage is completed. After that we conduct FAT and SET for that. So you will test before handling the plant to customer. You have to test it that your things are working fine or not, or is there any issue, or you can rectify it here at this stage. And this why I have highlighted. This is a bit non-tech part. It's TCC. We call it Tendering Competency Center. So what we do is, how do you get business in corporate? So you have to float tender. Suppose you wanna commission a 100 megawatt thermal power station, right? और उसका switch yard होता है, right? Switch yard. In switch yard you have trafos, then you have filters, all sorts of bay you have. For that you will buy equipments, right? So how will you get the best price? The only thing is competition. If you flow the tender in open market, then everyone would bet or bid on the tender that I will provide you in this price, in this and particular. Whatever you like the most, best price offered with the quality, you will give that vendor the opportunity. So this is TCC. We have it. As a fresher, we also had trainees who got selected in TCC, and TCC is more of theoretical part. You have to read manuals, relay manuals. You have to read all sorts of equipment manuals, because when you have to prepare tender, you would be said that okay, these are the requirements, this is the power capacity of the plant, this many days we have, what are your offerings? That's what you get. So you should know what equipments I can give them. So that's more of theoretical, but not practical exposure. So that's the thing. Then this is inside design. So as I'm working in design, so inside design, what else you get, right? So first is protection design. So that's a subset of secondary design. We have like primary design, secondary design, like that. So it's subset. You have to design protection system. Some of protections. Any protection? Differential? No? Differential, distance. We have this basic protections, right? So this is what we designed here. This is the primary design, because if you are creating a new substation, you should have a land, you should have the control room set up, then where you will place everything. That all comes under this primary. That's civil layout, control room layout, switchyard layout, and mathematical some calculations you need to do. Like what would be the expected load for what you need to erect the substation. So that's the primary design. Once this is done, then secondary we go. It's protection, base design, detail design, and a bill of materials (BOM), where you decide what equipments what equipments we have to supply, what we have to use. That all is decided here. And this designing part. This is the longest part. Designing part is the longest part of any project. Tendering is the initial phase. You tender. If you win the tender, you get the project. Then the offering is passed to design team. They will design according to the listed equipments in the tender. So like that they will create. The whole designing phase runs for suppose 2 years, 3 years, depending on the project. and after it gets completed, then commissioning engineers will go and commission the whole substation and energize it and hand over to customer. This is harness. So this comes under design, but we don't do it. Actually, one of my alumni, when I was a student here, he was working in under this thing. So I know a bit about it. That automobiles have harnesses, electrical harnesses. So you have this wirings going all over the vehicles. If you see, so they used to design this harness part. And last one is automation. So automation is more of a new thing because it gives you new age digital substations. So current substations, either you require a person sitting in the control room, or you can give the control via SCADA to central control room. But in the digital substation, you don't require any human interference. The digital substation can work on its own, although you may monitor it manually, but it doesn't require any human interference. It will work on its own. We have all sorts of communication equipments and everything. It will be connected with the cloud all the time. We get all the data in the database and everything we get in the digital substation. So now HR interview. So what I have thought is that for HR interview I have some questions, right? So let's make it a bit more interactive, because technical we can do by studying. HR thing is very on our own, it's creative. So if we can try to answer some of the questions, it would be nice. So see, the first thing they will always ask is self-intro. So prepare a self-intro, because it's the icebreaker. Because see, you don't know the HR doesn't know you. So how do you start a conversation? They will always ask you about self-introduction in any interview, HR round. And also in technical also they will ask you, or else then they will jump to questions. But in HR this would definitely be there, the self-intro part. Self-intro, avoid adding more of personal details, but you can just justify or describe yourself as a person, as an individual, who you are. And this is the why I like HR interview, because this interview goes according to you if you know how to control the interview. In self-intro, whatever you say, only the person knows that things about you. So mention that things where you are very strong or you have a good grip. Okay, so if you try to design the self-intro best, they will point out one thing. They will question from the self-intro part. Okay, like if you say I am very curious and I am enthusiastic to learn new things and grab new opportunities. After your intro is over, they will definitely go towards your part. Like you said, you are enthusiastic in learning and grabbing opportunities. What have you learned in recent time? Something new, or any opportunity which you got, something like that. So self-intro is the thing where you can decide the direction of the interview, where you want to take it. It's everything is on us. Okay. Second is moral questions. So moral questions is always about testing your personality, characteristics. So moral questions are like, suppose if I share my experience of Tata Power. So Tata Power, the HR asked me that let's take a scenario, and he said that you are working in the thermal power station, Mundra. They have this culture that if you don't, there are particular teams. Okay, there are multiple. We have turbines, boilers, everything. There are multiple teams. So they asked us that if in case your team, right, they have not reported any anomalies or safety issues in last 6 to 9 months. Okay, so they are eligible for award. So Tata Power has like annual award system sort of thing, where they will appreciate you for your good work. Okay, but it happens only when your work falls under their standards. Okay, so what he said was, you haven't reported any safety issues from last 6 to 9 months, and your team is eligible for an award in the ceremony upcoming in few weeks. Now what happens? One day you spot a safety issue, but your manager refuses to report it. Why? Because he says that if we report this, it would be recorded, right? And your streak will break. So they said like he will say that we will lose out on the awards. So in this case, what you will do? That was the question. Now you will think that we'll always, we could have multiple scenarios. Like either we can go with manager, like because he's senior, he's superior, he has experience. So maybe he is correct. Maybe safety issue is not that much, critical. That's why he's saying to avoid. Second, your scenario can be like even if he says, but the company rules are to report the thing, right? So you can think about that also, and you can think that I should report. Even if we don't get award, I should report. So what do you say? Like, what should we do? We should go with manager, or we should go with ourselves or company rules. Like we should be morally right? But now here what they see is how strong you are on your your take. If you say that okay, I will go with manager, it may seem like you are coordinating in team. You are thinking about his decisions, and you are listening to him. But the other way around is if you say that I will still report it, then it also shows that you will play by company rules, and also safety is the first and foremost thing. So even in Hitachi Energy, we have safety as one of the pillars, and in Tata Power also safety comes first. All the electrical companies majorly they have safety as one of their pillars in that. This is a bit tricky question. Higher education plans. HR will definitely ask you if you appear after finishing your diploma. They will definitely ask you, don't you want to pursue bachelor's? So in this question, what you can answer if anyone want to try? किसी को भी कुछ like whatever comes in your mind, you can say.
So yes, how many of you have decided that after diploma you have to switch to job or you have to switch to B.Tech, I think so, bachelor's, yes. तो जॉब के लिए किसने सोचा कि आफ्टर डिप्लोमा विल डायरेक्टली स्विच टू जॉब फॉर द विल सिट फॉर द प्लेसमेंट्स? कितनों ने ऐसा सोचा है? नोबडी. अच्छा, ओनली 1 2 3 धीरे धीरे. ओके 4 5. बाकी ने क्या सोचा है कि हम लोग डिग्री करेंगे? अच्छा, तो ये हमारे पास एक लाइव एग्जांपल है कि आफ्टर डिप्लोमा ही स्विच टू जॉब. अभी कौन सा बेटर लग रहा है? टू वेस्ट अवर टाइम फॉर 3 years फॉर द सेम सैलरी? हार्डली देयर इज अ डिफरेंस ऑफ 19-20 19-20 का फर्क होता है शायद सैलरी में. ज़्यादा फर्क नहीं होता है, राइट? अगर डिप्लोमा वाले को 18 मिल रहा है तो डिग्री वाले को 19 मिलेगा, इससे ज़्यादा नहीं मिलेगा. पैकेज वही. और फिर भी हमने क्या है कि 3 साल बिगाड़ 4 साल आई थिंक सो 4 years होता है ना इंजीनियर्स के लिए, 3 years. और फॉर कुछ शायद इंजीनियर्स के लिए 4 years भी होता है, कुछ फील्ड वाइज होता है. फाइन, तो 3 या 4 साल होता है. तो 3 साल बिगाड़ने के बाद हम जॉब करेंगे कि उसके बाद एमटेक करेंगे? Why to waste lot of time, right? We are gathered, means we have chosen one particular field, and yes, definitely engineering field. For what? What is our main thing? To earn and to make our life lavish, right? तो वो उसके लिए इतने साल बिगाड़ने की जरूरत नहीं है हमें, right? If you have that caliber, okay, तो after diploma only you have to switch to job, and it will give you very good experience. And so he is a live example, and इसीलिए मैंने बुलाया सर को, है ना सर? Okay.
So, see, the thing is, even if you are thinking about going for bachelor's, you have multiple options. So, what my HOD today morning, and also they were saying from last 3 years when I was studying, they said that after degree people generally regret because you don't have good placements. But if you are getting an opportunity now, why to miss out? So and also with opportunity you can continue your education, right? Because you have evening colleges, you have part-time bachelors, you can continue with it. Now just think, there is a person who studied, like my friend is currently doing bachelors here. So he was with me in 2000 from 2018. That 3 years finished. Now other 3 years he got enrolled. After 6 years, what does he possess? A bachelor's in electrical and a diploma in electrical. If in case someone who joined after diploma, if he got placed somewhere, right, and while working after 1 or 2 years, while he gets acquainted with the culture and work and everything, if he thinks to go to any, we have weekend colleges, we have evening colleges, we have part-time colleges, whatever you like, you can get the options, you get flexibility, because they understand you have a job. So अगर आपने आफ्टर डिप्लोमा अगर आपने जॉब ऑप्ट किया, राइट, एंड देन यू also turn yourself for the bachelor's after, after 1 or 2 years you get acquainted, then just think, after this completion of 6 years, what you have? 3 years of diploma, the if you take 1 or 2 years break, then that 2 plus after that 3 years of degree, so 5 years of experience, 3 years of bachelor's. So when you and your friend gets out together, you would have 5 years of industry experience. And right, experienced people are generally in demand, not freshers. Freshers, they only take for they have some rules that bare minimum we have to take for early talent management programs. So it's like generally 8 to 10% of the whole company. All other people are experienced people. We have highest requirement now in we have in Chennai, the location is INOPC, India Operations Center. So we have 800 employees. Our target is 1500 strength we need to do. So like almost near to double. But are they recruiting freshers? No. They every week they have new, like almost 20-25 vacancy they will post and in email. But the bare minimum experience you require is 2 years. Then only you can enter. So that's the thing. If you have experience, you have, your value is there. If you don't have experience, generally see, if you are inexperienced, why they won't hire you is that I experience that myself. You are an expense to them. If you hire an experienced person, he can contribute from day one, because you have hired from the same domain. He can work. You just have to train him from like 1 or 2 months and he is done. While if he chooses a fresher, first and foremost thing, the fresher has no skills, maybe talent but no skills. So he's not what we say, he's not commercially viable. Okay. So and we have to do billing of all our human resources in the company, because you are getting paid salary, but how organization will get the salary? They won't get, because you are fresher, you don't make them earn money, right? So you are expense. Your whole 1 or 2 years of salary is on company's expense. They can't earn from you or make profits out of you. So that's the thing. So if in case someone is offering you as a fresher, as some opportunity, I think you can take it. You can develop yourself, and once you have the experience, even if you think like I will work for 3 years in an industry, because 3 years is like minimum viable experience you can consider. If you complete 3 years, then you can, if in case you want, you can leave the job and you can continue your full-time bachelor's also. That's also fine. But at least while you get out of the bachelor's, the same time the time will repeat. You have to prepare a resume again in the bachelor's. That time the thing which makes you stand out would be your experience. So that's how you can go here. So higher education plans, he asked me for Hitachi Energy, the HR asked me that you don't have any plans for pursuing bachelor's further or anything. Now here 2 cases will happen. If you say yes, I have a plan to show that I won't leave my education, I am into studies and technique, he will think that if I am taking this resource, which is a fresher, and it's a expense to company, he will leave me in like 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 year. And this period, he won't be even profitable for us. So that's the first impression he will have, that if you say that yes, I will soon gonna be pursuing my higher education. If you say no, I won't pursue, then he will think that okay, he is not interested much into education and studies. So that's also a drawback. So how you make this, answer for this question is that what I answered was that I said, see, 3 years I studied, like totally for the domain I studied, but it was all theoretical. Like the books also has the most vintage technology possible, but it's important to learn the basics, but we had that. So I told him I want to come into industry to get the industrial experience. I want to know that if a book has, see, in electrical, if I say in electrical and instrumentation, ENI, we have this mechanical relays. Like we have overcurrent relays separate, we have fluxing relays separate. In industry, there is nothing like that. आपके पास you have just one box. आपके पास एक इतना box होता है relay. That's we call as a numerical relay. That numerical relay has everything, all the functions. It has overfluxing, overcurrent, overvoltage, everything. How that mechanical relay which you will study, how you will calibrate? You have to change the plugs and pin settings, change the tension of the springs, and it will get calibrated. In numerical, how will you calibrate? Just connect the laptop through USB, and in the software you just type in the values and it will get calibrated. That's it. So, ये difference है. This you will only know when you work or get along with someone in industry. So that time you will know. So the best answer could be that I wanna know how and where I can implement my knowledge. So that's why currently I am joining the industry. But once I gain enough experience, then I may think of pursuing education side by side along the job. So that's how you can say this is recently came, one of my friend asked me about, because they also had the same situation. It was that the HR asked that don't you have other placements, right? It's the same question. If any of this question you just go with a yes or no, you may attract a negative impression. So better you describe yourself about other placement. If you say that no, I did not got any placement, they will think that you are not eligible or talented enough to score in any of the placements, right? Or your performance is not that good. If you say I have many of the placements with me, then they will say they will think that okay, I don't think he's serious about this interview, right? Why would he join me? So that's the question here we get. So here what you can say is that for me the situation was, there was one placement where I appeared, but the results were not out. So honestly, you just have to answer honestly. See, अगर आप झूठ बोलते हो, it's your first interview, but not theirs. So they can catch you instantly, right? So better be honest always. So if you say that here what I said was, I have appeared in other company, but the results are not out yet. So that's why I am appearing here. Once I get to know the results, maybe I would be able to decide more about it, right? So that's the one of the answer. Second situation, what if you have the results in your hand, right? So अगर वो situation है, then what you can do is you can say that although I applied in that company previously, but I find this job role more inclined towards my talent and curiosity. See, you can't say skills because we don't have any as a fresher, but you say curiosity because everyone as an engineer, if you are a bit curious about technology, so that they may understand that okay, maybe see, if I had two opportunity, operation and maintenance and designing. Okay, so operation and maintenance, why I did not choose is because it's a stagnant field. Once you get into operations and maintenance, what will you learn new? Once you get to know this is a particular substation, everything is there, panels are there, you just have to take readings, you have to control some things here and there, that's it. Then how are you adding value to yourself? There is no further value addition, right? Although the company was good, brand name was good, and they may transfer you from one department to other, that's how the corporate works. But I thought to go with this, because as a design, you will learn many skills. First you will learn how this all business works. Second, you will learn some of the softwares which they use, one of which is AutoCAD. So softwares you will learn, and many other opportunities, like they also have installation commissioning with them, many things. So job roles. So that's what that's what you should think while selecting placement. This thing, weakness. So here it's a bit tricky again, because if you say like actual something as your weakness, they may consider it as a negative impression. So what you can do is, generally what people do is they will make their something good as their weakness. Like some people answer, I am a perfectionist. So what happens is that while craving for the perfection, I sometimes I get delayed, or I miss out on their deadlines or something like that. So that is what is important. How you showcase your weakness, but in a positive manner. So that's what you have to do here in weakness. For this also, you can easily Google it out. You can search about it, because the thing is, generally we don't think about our strength and weaknesses, but they may ask you. That time if you just stay blank, it won't be any helpful. So better be prepared, because these are the most commonly asked questions. The here second last one is this is the behavioral question. So I would like that if you answer it, because it's more of our own understanding. If they may ask you, what if you win a lottery, maybe worth 1 million USD? So while you are working on a job, okay, you want some lottery or some cash money, what you may do? So any guesses, any answers? यार कोई तो बोलो. CSE. CSE has more chance of getting lottery. We'll cover it further. Anything? Good idea. Startup. You can say, I will invest the money and run my startup. Second. See, you have 1 million USD. What you can do? Investment. Then? Yeah, investment. Then? So, the third thing which any one of you may think is, we can just leave the job, chill at home, Netflix and chill, and enjoy our 1 million. Right? But the thing is, this will give them the impression that you are here just for money. Although that may be your intention, but you don't have to show it to them. The thing is, you have to say that the most humble answer can be, you can say that even if I get the money, although I will upgrade my lifestyle and also I will save some money from it, but I will keep on continuing with my job. Why? Because it gives me a sense of security. So that can be one of the answer. So they will think that you can be a reliable person. But these are behavioral questions. This can change to anything. It's not the same question may ask. The last and foremost important thing is no one asks them question, right? They will ask us. So why to leave them, right? Whenever I was in any interview, if they are asking me, I would definitely ask them the question. Why? See, it gives first thing an image in their mind. So while they are thinking from all these candidates who stand out from everyone or from the crowd, they will definitely think about you, because you left an impression in their mind that they have to answer your question. What this question can be? Any simple thing, like your curiosity. What would be my job role? Because when the placement offer comes, generally job role is just they will mention operation maintenance or commissioning, something like that. They won't give you in detail, sort of a day in life of that engineer particular, what he does from morning to evening. So that's the thing. So finish it off by asking a question, because if you ask a question, it will also leave an impression, and also you will get to know something. Either generally what we can do is, you can read about the company a bit and you can ask regarding the company, but you can also do it that if you don't get the if you don't understand what the job role is, or any other question that you have regarding the current opportunity, you may ask it. So while they answer it, they may register you in their head.
So they can ask question that what is our package?
So generally, while I got all the placement emails, the package was generally mentioned. In Hitachi Energy, they did not mention, but HR later on told me about it already. Second thing, I won't ever ask package because it definitely gives an impression that I am here just for the. I will select the company based on salary. Even though that can be your motive, you don't have to show them, right? It's all about how you market yourself. That's the best, that's the main thing. So you should never ask. Means you can ask, but try avoiding it. What you can, if you want to know how you can do is, first thing, after the interview process is over, right? They will give you the onboarding email, right? Either in that they will mention, or else there would be HR's contact details. That time you can ask. Because just think, in interview you are asking about salary. What if they don't select you? So it doesn't matter whatever the salary was. So better first get selected, then reject the company if you want. So that's the thing. Then these are some questions for you, and also we have answers that I will reveal later. The first is, okay, these are behavioral questions. This may get up. It is, what will you do if your teammate isn't working? How will you tackle it? So आप वहाँ पे टीम में काम करोगे. You have like 8 to 16 people team. Some teams are big, 20 people, 25. So if you have given a task as a team lead, if you are a team lead, right, and you have given a task to your subordinate, and they can't finish it. So how do you tackle this thing in a corporate? That's what they want to know. Your behavior, your thinking. So that's what they want to know. So anyone, you can answer. If you give task to someone and they are not performing. देखो काम करवाना भी आना चाहिए, right? Not only we have to do work on our own, we have to extract the work from others, and that's what a leader do. Or else how will you go to corporate functions later on, right? So you have to be a good people manager, right? और किसी को स्टार्टअप देखो, तुम अपना स्टार्टअप खोलोगे, then you would have employees, right? Maybe later on. How will you extract the work?
See, काम करना is very easy. हमको करना है, हमको पता है कि ये काम मेरा है, मेरे को करना है, खत्म. लेकिन अगर किसी से काम करवाना है, it is very difficult part. Managing the things and, है ना?
Nice. मोटिवेट कर सकते then.
और उसको बताएंगे कि मतलब ये ऐसे करने में ये तुम्हारा भी फायदा होगा, मेरा भी होगा. ज़्यादातर सर एम्प्लॉय नहीं रखे तो अच्छा है, अगर पार्टनर्स रखे तो वो लोग और अपना देंगे टाइम.
But see, you are saying about startup. What if it becomes unicorn? कितने पार्टनर लोगे? 100% तुम्हारा स्टॉक होगा, 1% लेके 100 पार्टनर्स करोगे. But unicorn doesn't run on partnerships. You need to hire employee either today or tomorrow. So employees तो आने वाले हैं.
स्टार्टिंग में तो सर पार्टनर रख सकते हैं.
Starting.
1% या 1%.
Later on.
उसके बाद में सर एम्प्लॉय.
But employees काम ही नहीं कर रहे, then your efficiency will go down. You know, right? We have like bleeding startups. They are making losses of like 4,000 crores per year. Okay, which some of companies doesn't even earn that much. They are losing, right? Like Zomato, we have one of the example. Although it's not about their employees not working, it's about their business model flaws. But the thing is, कि if this question gets asked to you, because you are in a job role here, तो आप definitely someday you would be in a opportunity, a position where people would be working for you as a team leader, as a team manager. So that's what they want to know, that if we are hiring this person, does he or she has the the talent or capability to be a leader, next leader. That's how corporate works. Someone will retire, some new people will join, right? So any other? काम कैसे निकलवाना है? That's the.
It's very difficult. मैंने क्या बोला कि काम करना बहुत easy है. हमें खुद से कुछ करना है तो हम कर लेंगे, है ना? अभी how many of you from you have participated in PPT presentation? है ना? तो ग्रुप में you have prepared. तुम अकेले थे, so please put down your hand. पर जो ग्रुप में थे उसमें क्या था कि 5 जन है, और 5 जनों को ग्रुप में ये काम करना है तो लाइक एक टीम लीडर होगा जो सोच लेगा कि चलो ठीक है मैं प्रेजेंटेशन बना दूंगा, बट देन दूसरों के साथ पास से
The issue, maybe that person wants to work, but he has some issue. So you can try the issue. Try to know their motive. Maybe behind not doing something, they have a motive. So you may know the motive. The first thing is you have to know the problem, the issue. If you know the root cause, you can remove it. And the last thing is report to manager. It's because if you are not able to understand issue, then it's better to forward it to someone more experienced, so they can handle it well. Second is, what if you fail the deadline of a given task? What are your next steps? So if you took a task, you failed the deadline, right? So what you would do, right? So if you have failed, like you can't undo the process. What you can do to know where I lack? It may be that you don't have enough skills. That's why you missed the deadline. It's to verify if the given duration was suitable. Sometimes you are the best, but the thing is the duration was itself a flawed one, because some tasks which took 4 hours, they gave you just 2.5 hours. So duration can be an issue. The last thing what you can do is, if you have appropriate skills, then you need to work on time management. You thought the duration was good. It's not that I have lack of knowledge or skills. Then the last thing comes as time management. Opportunities for CSE. So while I discussed with my friend, I thought like I could have took CSE. It would have more good opportunities, but that was not my interest. So anyway, I couldn't excel in that. You should always follow your interest and passion. So for CSE, here we have, first is LinkedIn. Not CSE, for everyone. LinkedIn is the best. It's the social network for professionals. This can give you new contacts across people like working in a firm, right? You can know the professionals who are actually working in a company. What you can do is you can send them a personalized request, because if you randomly request anyone like Facebook or something, you may get rejected. So just add a personalized note that I would like to connect with you, and you are in the same domain as me and all. So with a request note you can request. Second is post project. It's a social network, so just keep on making projects. For CSE it's a bit on an easy end. You just like I don't know much, but still you just require a laptop and some some softwares to run into it, and you can create many projects. For electrical, depends on you. If you are more of on programming side, so in C you can if you learn the C, then you can program any microcontroller or microcontroller development boards like Arduino. If we have Raspberry Pis, everything, you can post the projects, take pictures, videos, and post a project. This will enhance your reach. If you have a great reach, professionals will see you. They may approach you. This friend of mine is currently pursuing bachelor's after diploma. He's in some other college. So he's like every week he's getting some recruiters request that are you interested in some of this internship, or are you interested in some of this job roles or something like that. Why? He's posting everything. He's posting his results. He's posting his projects. His whatever internships he is getting, whatever hackathons he is participating, everything is posting. He has like I think he tweeted also. He's also active on Twitter. He had like a reach of 22,000. One of his tweet got reach. So that's what you have to be active here instead of other platforms. Then you have open source. So open source, he told me that in open source it's like open source is basically any software where the source code is open for all to contribute. So you can contribute in it on your own. You can resolve the issues, you can resolve the flaws in it, and you can help to make it better, right? This would be, of course, you like it's for your hobby. You have to do it for free, although in your meantime when you are free. But how this open source helps is here, Google Summer Code. So this GSOC, he is selected for this summer. He got selected in it, and currently, so in GSOC you have two sorts of internship. One is like 1500 USD they will pay you to contribute to open source project. The second one is 3000 USD. You have to just sit at your home and contribute to the open source that code, and you have to if you get selected, they will pay you this. So currently he got selected. He took the small project. So it's around like 1,22,000 rupees of payment coming in from his internship, and the internship duration is 3 months. So you are like almost you are getting majority of your college fee in just 3 months, right? So of whole 3 years. So that's a really nice opportunity, GSOC. But to get selected, you have to first contribute here. So if you are good here, they will see your contribution because you have to mention this all in your resume. So last is hackathon and events. Hackathon and events, the thing is that even if you don't win, at least you will get problem statements. That's the most important thing, because to find a solution, you need to have a problem. If you create a problem for a solution, it would be the worst thing you can do. So better have a real life problem and then create the solution. Then GitHub. Here you can build a strong profile on that, because many times what happens is many startup founders or developers, they will approach you from GitHub, because GitHub you can push a code daily. So like he used to say, my friend used to say that instead of making streak on Snapchat, you can make a streak on GitHub, because GitHub has a streak. Daily one new code you can post on the you can push. We call it like we have to push a new code on GitHub, your repository. There they will show the whole profile. Anyone can see your profile. If they like your profile, they will connect with you. For LinkedIn, electrical can also participate, because one of my classmates who was here with me, she was really nice in elocution, debates, everything, curricular part of things. So on LinkedIn, some company in USA approached her that we have a 50th anniversary, so we have organized a global elocution competition. Would you like to participate? And then she participated, and after round one and other round, she got filtered out, and at the end, top 10 global participants were invited on the anniversary to perform, and she got some place in top 3. Some other guy was from Japan and some other. So like that, she got selected. And the prize money was something around 2 lakhs she got. So there are some nice opportunities for hackathons where you can find. So you can take a picture if you want. These are some good websites where they will post about the upcoming and new events. And this is our SIH, our own India's hackathon competition. I have also participated in that. That's the good thing. Then so this is my friend. If you want to know anything more about this GSOC or any internships or anything, you can scan the QR code. You will get his link tree, and you can connect with him. If you want to scan, you can scan. Take a picture. You can later on scan it, and done. Then let's complete this one, and then we are done. So how to select an organization? So why this I have kept at the end? Because the thing is, when you start the placement season, you would be like, organization would select you. But once you get multiple offers, then you would be like, which should I select, right? So where should I go? So that's the thing you can see here. These are the factors you can consider while you can see. Scale of organization. Okay, so scale of organization, why? Because if you are like working in some small sort of factory or shops kind of thing, right? So you won't get opportunities. If you are in some multinational company, right? Then you would have installation commissioning, you would have design, you would have everything. So your manager would decide where to keep you according to your skill set. Also, multinational companies have a good budget on your training. So even as a fresher, they will invest a lot on your training part. So scale of organization matters the most. That it should be a large, big company. Indian is fine, like we have Reliance, Adani. If it's a multinational, then also it's fine, like Schneider, Hitachi, and everything. Then your job role depends on your interest, where you wanna work, what you wanna work. So depends on the job role. So you can select on that based on your curiosity and interest. Third is reviews. This is the most important thing. I use just the Glassdoor part. Glassdoor is a website where people, the employees would write the review of the company, that I like this part, like pros, these are the cons of the organization, I don't like this thing. Everything it would be mentioned on Glassdoor. Just go on Glassdoor, search some company, you will get all the reviews, right? So Glassdoor I use. Later I came to know LinkedIn could also be used. I wasn't active that time. So LinkedIn, what you can do is approach your seniors, whoever passed out, or maybe if you are selected, suppose if you got L&D here, LTTS, right, technology service. If you got it here, what you can do is you can just search L&D. You would get someone who has experience of, they have mentioned their experience, who have experience of 1 year, 2 year, like a fresh person, right? Just request them, I like with a personal note that I would like to connect with you and I am from the same domain. Connect with them, ask them how was their experience, how was the onboarding, should I join, I am getting selected, or should I apply, something like that. So LinkedIn you can use. Second last is learning scope. So you can consider what learnings you will get from here. As in, I thought like operation and maintenance is like very stagnant field. I won't grow there. But I thought like let's take design. I also with design they had commissioning, installation, everything. I maybe get placed in anything. So I would know that thing. So learning scope. And then last comes compensation. So it may be first in your mind, but the thing is, if you have this thing as best, okay, this scale of organization, if this is good, this must be good, right? These are correlated, these two. This comes last because you have to do this daily, right? If you are not satisfied or not, happy with your work role, then this like one day you will get frustrated and you will leave the job. So better keep it at last and focus on this all the things. So I think that's it.
कभी कभी होता है ना हमारे साथ कि सेंस और मैनर्स भूल जाते हैं. Fine, no problem. Okay, it was really wonderful talk with you, sir, and he has explained you that about yes, CSE department, though is not from that particular field, but yes, he has explained that how you can grab the opportunities and how the companies ask you the questions. Yes, HR questions, related to HR question, it was definitely a general thing that yes, HR would definitely ask you such kind of question, either you are from CSE field or from any another field, right? And yes, for the electrical department, yes, he has explained a lot, because it is very difficult now in surviving in such kind of field wherein there are very less opportunities. But yes, if you want to definitely survive, and yes, if the companies are coming after diploma, you have to switch to job after diploma itself. Don't wait, right? If good companies are there, and you will get a practical knowledge in it, and it is very, very important part. And if you have practical knowledge, and apart from that, if you will go for if you want to opt for the higher studies, right? So that practical knowledge to put down with the pen, right? Put down pen down on a paper. That is very simple. अगर आपके पास practical knowledge है और आपको फिर theoretically कुछ भी पूछा जाता है और आपको bachelor's करना है, knowledge है, तो you can put down it, right? उसको सिर्फ pen down ही करना है, तो बहुत ज़्यादा रीडिंग की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. थियोरटिकल नॉलेज में क्या होता है, व्हाट हैपेंस, अभी तो तुम लोग डिप्लोमा कर रहे हो, अभी तुम्हारे पास थियोरटिकल नॉलेज है, राइट? आपको बुक्स में से पढ़ना पड़ रहा है, क्वेश्चन आंसर्स लर्न करने पड़ते हैं, ये है वो है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें. बट आप अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आपको क्यों प्रोजेक्ट्स देते हैं, हैकेथॉन में पार्टिसिपेट करवाते हैं, ऐसी टेक्निकल इवेंट्स में आपको प्रोजेक्ट बनाने पड़ते हैं, ये सब क्यों करवाते हैं? सो दैट यू कैन लर्न प्रैक्टिकल थिंग्स थ्रू दैट थिंग्स, राइट? तो वही क्यों, क्योंकि तुम प्रैक्टिकल थिंग्स लर्न करोगे, समझ में आया, तो ही तुम उसको बहुत अच्छे से थियोरटिकली लिख पाओगे, राइट? सो दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट, दैट प्लेज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल. एंड येस, ऐसे टाइप के टॉक बहुत कम ऐसा हुआ है कि फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर के लिए रखे गए होते हैं, बाकी ये जनरली हम 4th या 5th सेमेस्टर के लिए रखते हैं. तो अभी से तुमको पता चले कि भाई तुम कहाँ पे तुमको अपना पर्टिकुलर गोल होना चाहिए, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो तुमको पता चलना चाहिए कि भाई व्हाट इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट टू सर्वाइव and for your career. ठीक है? Thank you, sir. It was really great that you, from your busy schedule, he is in the company Hitachi Energy, but yes, definitely the branch is in Chennai. So from Chennai, definitely, sir, you came here, and yes, he found it as an opportunity that ma'am, this is an opportunity that I'll converse with the students for our college, because even he is grateful that our college has given me a lot, and definitely if I have to give something back to the college, I'm definitely ready for it. So ऐसा तुम्हारा भी ये ड्रीम सोच लो यहाँ पे बैठे बैठे. You know, when I was a kid ना, मैं जब आपके टाइम पे नहीं आपके जितनी थी, तो I was always means मेरा ड्रीम था that भाई I want to become a teacher या a faculty या ऐसा कुछ ही in academic. तो मैं ना ऐसा ड्रीम करती थी कि whenever मैं कोई भी रोड से ऐसे पास हो रही हूँ ना, और मैं if I just say see some kind of university or say I want to work here, I want to work here, ऐसे means that should be your dream. तो आपके करियर को लेकर means whatever your dream is, that this is my dream company, and to reach to that particular dream company, what is the proper path to choose, that is very important thing, right? तो ऐसी सब चीज़ें अगर आप लोगों के लिए ऐसी talks arrange